Imagine having the chance to rewrite your past, to correct mistakes that have haunted you. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? But what if that opportunity turned out to be a tedious journey through a well-trodden narrative? This is the dilemma faced in the anime adaptation of Masayuki Abe's novel New Saga, produced by Sotsu in Studio Clutch. The story follows Kyle, a magic swordsman, who after vanquishing the Demon King, finds himself on the brink of death. A mysterious crimson crystal transports him 4 years back in time to his once-ruined hometown, where he discovers that his loved ones are still alive. This premise is ripe for unexpected twists and emotional depth. So why does New Saga feel so disappointingly predictable? How does a narrative centered around time travel become a monotonous, formulaic experience? Let's be clear, I found New Saga to be quite underwhelming. There's nothing more frustrating than investing time in a series that feels like a chore. And unfortunately, this anime lacks the excitement and character dynamics that could have alleviated the monotony. My primary issue with New Saga is how effortlessly Kyle navigates his journey. Armed with foreknowledge of his people's tragic fate, he sidesteps any potential obstacles with ease. In most time travel stories, altering the past comes with unforeseen consequences. But here, everything unfolds in a straightforward manner, stripping away any sense of peril for both Kyle and his companions. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. New Saga does sprinkle in moments of dry humor, but these instances are too sparse to sustain a consistent level of amusement throughout its 12 episodes. The characters are archetypes that feel all too familiar in the fantasy genre. For instance, Lise, Kyle's monk brawler, embodies the classic jealous type, glaring at every female character in Kyle's vicinity, without ever making a move herself. Then there's Saren Layla, the quintessential big guy, who is both clueless and overly serious during battles, often stepping into trouble, but remaining fiercely loyal. Urza X's, the elf summoner, despite her greater power, relies on the same two entities for her most powerful spells, which feels repetitive. Lastly, Sildonia Zealous, a humanoid version of Kyle's magical weapon, adds a touch of humor, though much of her dialogue is delivered with a mouthful of snacks. In addition to the ease of Kyle's mission, the overall plot progression feels rather uneventful. Battles that seem like they could be challenging are resolved almost instantaneously, lacking the visual flair that could have made them engaging. A particularly pivotal fight near the series' conclusion left me perplexed, as the characters approached it with an attitude that felt far too casual for what was supposed to be a climactic moment. On a positive note, there were moments that genuinely made me laugh, primarily due to clever dialogue and unexpected comedic timing. However, I must express my discomfort with the instances of homophobia and racism that appear throughout the series. While such themes are not entirely uncommon in anime, they are certainly unnecessary. It's one thing to include fan service, but openly mocking characters for their androgyny crosses a line that deserves scrutiny. We need to hold creators accountable and encourage them to do better. In the end, New Saga feels like a missed opportunity. Time travel is a fascinating narrative device, but what's the value if it's not utilized creatively? Kyle's journey could have led to surprising developments, altered relationships, and deeper character growth, yet none of that materializes. Instead, we find ourselves on a predictable path, making sweeping changes to the world without any real obstacles in our way. It's a journey through familiar territory that ultimately leaves much to be desired.